what I'd like to do is offer the Dream Arc as a gift to all of you who are here and to all of those in Southern California, or those of us who have loved ones in California who've literally watched their homes and their businesses and their communities and their sacred sites just go up in smoke. And, there are obviously no words that can do heart justice to the shock and disbelief that some of you, or people that you and I both know, have been through, the grief, the sense of dislocation, the loss, not only of the physical structures that have been lived in and worked in, or the objects inside those structures, many of them personal and sacred and totally irreplaceable, but the beloved nature around those structures, the places where life happened, where the trees where the birds sang, and where thousands of beings, both humans and animal and plants, felt safe and belonged to an ecosystem. And while all of this is still happening, while so many people are having to start their lives from scratch, many outside the container of their communities, the world just kind of seems to be moving on to that next thing, right? That next fleeting catastrophe in the news cycle, as if, the uncertainty and the waiting and the exhaustion of dealing with insurance claims and, finding temporary housing and just beginning to grasp what will be required to rebuild a new life in communities, if that weren't enough, right? So there's this additional layer of loneliness or societal abandonment and overwhelm to experience. And you all know much more about this experience than I do, but, mostly I just want to say that my heart is with you and your communities and all of the beings who've been impacted. And that's why what I'd love to do is call upon an animal through the Dream Arc Oracle, one that's come to bring a message of comfort during this time of challenge. Because if nature teaches us anything, it's that renewal is always possible, even when we don't think it is. Think about the butterfly that starts out as a caterpillar and patiently transforms until it emerges with wings, or the dragonfly that Richard always talks about, who starts out as like an underwater predator, right? The snake sheds its skin, leaving behind the old to step into the new. The phoenix bird rises from its ashes, reminding us that even after destruction, we can rebuild stronger than before. Then there's the bear who hibernates through the harshest winters and awakens renewed. The salmon that fights its way upstream, right? Showing us that struggle can lead to something beautiful. And even the tiniest ants, like working alongside its colony, like shows us that it's possible to rebuild what was lost step by step. So you and your loved ones and the people of Southern California are not alone. Like these animals, you have resilience in your bones, in your spirit, in your communities, which I have witnessed and heard so much about and have been so moved by. So if it's okay with you, I would like to turn to the Oracle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a mock deck of, can you see this, of the cards. We're going to actually come out with a Dream Arc Oracle box set, hopefully this year. I'm afraid to give a date. We're so ready. The designs are all ready, but it's been quite an ordeal. But it's going to be gorgeous. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of go over it like this. And then I'm going to pick a card. Okay. So everybody, let's just hold all of Southern California and anyone in the world who's been through a traumatic fire or catastrophe, whether human-made or nature-made. And let me see here. Hold on, I want to just make sure. Okay. Okay. What did I get? Oh, I got the seal. You see that? Let me see it, put it like that.
Yeah, we see it.
Okay.
Oh,
that's so funny. Seals are very important to me. So definitely take a look at Paul's amazing image of the seal. And let me read directly from the Dream Arc Codex so you can hear something directly from Richard. And I'm just going to pull it up here. I have my oracle right here. And while I'm reading, if you want, you can close your eyes and just receive the poetic wisdom from the Dream Arc sage and bard, Richard. And just know, first of all, that the seal is a member of the Changers family, and its name is the life key of feminine freedom. And for those of you who are learning about the gene keys, it's connected to the 55th gene key, which is totally connected to the great change that we're moving through. Okay, so now I'm going to read from Richard. Okay. And I'm going to have a little bit of tea right before I do it so I don't sound so dry.
And you mentioned the dragonfly, which is the shadow of the 55. So that's kind of nice. That segue right there.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Talked a little bit about the dragonfly at the beginning.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We're connected. Okay. So here we go. This is what Richard has to say about the seal. I am seal. I stand in the middle between earth and sea, between this world and the next, between you and your future. My people contain a prophecy that only when the past is fully transformed can the golden future dawn. I am a changer, and you must embrace my transformation. You must turn backwards now and face where you've come from. You must face the deep grief of your people. You carry this grief in yourselves, and behind it lies the deep-seated human fear of death. Death you must each face alone in the silence of your being. It is the greatest of universal secrets held by our mother. Dive with me into these vast waters. Be not afraid of your fear. It must be felt and embraced before you can take the next stage of your journey. Know that there is always great beauty in the aloneness of the ocean. Like death, it fills us with awe. Awe and fear are in fact related. Can you transform your fear into awe? Can you let go of what was and celebrate the mystery that has not yet come? Can you rest in the gap with perfect equanimity? This is what life is now asking of you. You are in between two lives, two paths. Rest here and bring in the harvest of what has been. Let the future come in its own timing. Be here with me in the waves of deep time. In deep time, all is seen. The concerns of one life dwindle into the background. Let a grander vista emerge inside. You are a divine traveler moving along a line of eternity. Those you love, you will have to let go of one by one. Your dreams, too, you will have to one day surrender. But you will get it all back again. Those you love will return to your side, and your dreams will reform again around another version of you. Ours is the journey of the soul, the journey into the deep feminine wisdom. You are being asked to let go now. So let go of everything. And then let Mother cradle you in her gentle arms and rest in the knowledge that all you love and long for will one day be delivered. Now is a time of pause. Oh, and then if you want, I can read the contemplation too. It's also very powerful. I can see. Can I do that? Is this too much?
No, yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. And then if you want me to stop, I can stop. Okay. Your aura is a transmitter of light. It contains a broad range of high frequency signals that are invisible. These signatures of light emanate from the coded information in our DNA, but they depend on you. They depend on the frequency of your attitude. So if you react to life as a victim, you greatly limit the light frequencies that you are emanating. Then you reinforce the victim behavior and it continues around you. When you respond with openness, with innocence, with love, then you activate a much greater spectrum of frequencies in your DNA. Those invisible forces leave your aura and they stir out counter forces in the outer world. People will respond differently to you. The gift is always activated through love.